The Dragon Balls, mystical orbs that can grant a user any wish. This has been a staple since the original start of Dragon Ball, and carrying on to even the current sagas of even Dragon Ball Daima to Super. The Dragon Balls have played a big part in the show, with resurrecting people and unlocking a user's potential. Well, in Dragon Ball GT, which I know is not canon, but it's a what if, Goku fused with the Dragon Balls at the very end of the show. This did grant Goku immortality, it also gave him a massive power boost, and things that we don't really know about since, of course, this was the end of GT, and we only saw a small short of Goku coming out of 100 years after Goku has disappeared, and it was when Pan was much older, and it was the later on generations of Goku's descendant being Goku Jr. and Vegeta Jr. We saw Goku was there. Well, what if the Dragon Balls fused with Goku way earlier? I'm talking during the Pilaf arc, all the way back in Dragon Ball. What if they fused with Goku, and what powers and abilities would he gain from this? Well, hold on tight, because it's going to get really crazy really fast. And I also wanted to make the Dragon Balls more unique. The Dragon Balls here in the original Dragon Ball, the Dragon's not that crazy powerful. Sure, he can grant you mortality, grant you bring back to life, as long as you don't die of natural causes. But even Demon King Piccolo actually killed Shenron. When he got his wish, he then blasted Shenron away easily. So, yeah, Shenron's not insanely powerful, but I decided to add some cool unique tricks because of the magic that Shenron has to really make Goku stand out in this what if, and make him very powerful, but make it as realistic as possible. And as well, also make a certain form that'll appear very early on, but make it actually make sense with how they were kind of given the power. We'll get to this in a minute. Well, Goku and his friends were still captured by Emperor Pilaf. Now in the original, Emperor Pilaf, after capturing them, he then made his wish, or did he try to? Originally, Oolong then blurted out the wish as Pilaf was trying to think about what to say, and Oolong wished for girls' underwear, and the Dragon Balls were sent off. That was then later on that night, Goku turned into a great ape and he was destroying everything. Well, Pilaf does not make his wish initially like he did. They decided to wait until later on to then make the wish. So that was the biggest decision that'll change the whole show. Well, the Dragon Balls will begin glowing on their own, as the Dragon Balls appear to be searching for Goku to fuse with him. Now, this could also mean because of Kami's old age, that Kami's searching for a successor, and this is the reason why the Dragon Balls are searching for somebody, but not even Kami knows what's happening. The Dragon Balls are acting strange, you can feel it. It's almost like they're searching for something. Well, Goku would have still transformed into a great ape. And Goku would have then trashed and destroyed everything in his way. Then the Dragon Balls would then levitate, as Pilaf was about to make his wish, calling for it to Shenron, but it didn't work. The Dragon Balls just levitated. Then, while Goku was rampaging around, the Dragon Balls would then fuse into Goku's body. His arms, his legs, his chest, as then Goku calmed down. The Great Ape, he was fully calm, but he was still in his primitive state. The Dragon Balls would then begin glowing with power, as Goku, in his own mind, it was shrouded by rage and anger because of the Great Ape, but he can hear Shenron's voice telling him to let my magic soothe you and calm you, and let us control this power that you have. So Shenron would then mix the magic of the Dragon Balls with the Great Ape state, and Goku would then calm down. When the dust settled, people were shocked to see Goku in his kid state, but he looked different. Goku was in his Super Saiyan 4 state. Everybody was shocked to see this, as what just happened? Did Goku fuse with the Dragon Balls? Goku would then look at his large hands, and he was surprised to see what this power was, but the power was beyond anything he's ever felt before. We don't know the actual multiplier for Super Saiyan 4. Some people have speculated that it's around 10 times stronger than Super Saiyan 3, which would mean it's a 4,000 multiplier boost. And another thing as well, when Goku fused with the Dragon Balls, that's 7 Dragon Balls, so because his power level initially during the Pilaf arc was roughly around 50, so if he got around, 7 times stronger with the Dragon Balls, we're going to say that his power level is roughly around 350 to around 400. So his power level is around 350. If he times that by 4,000, it's 1.4 million, which shows how strong he is as a Super Saiyan 4. Well, Goku was in awe of his strength. He would have easily, defeated the Pilaf gang with just a flick of his finger, sending them away. But then, Goku would then revert back to normal, and he had no clue what that power was. His friends were confused as well, but they didn't know. Goku would actually, in the next coming days, he would actually try to use that power again, but he can't. So you see, Goku does have Super Saiyan 4 now. He stepped a lot of transformations, but he can't access it because, number one, he can't control his energy that good, and Goku's body is not ready to handle that much power. The dragon just gave him a helping hand. But Goku will unlock his power later on with the help of Shenron. Well, Goku is now fused with the Dragon Balls. Goku is technically immortal, but he will still grow into his adult body, so he'll be in his prime, but past that, he won't age anymore. He's immortal. Now, what else does he get? Well, if you fuse with Shenron, he also has the power to grant one wish per year, like the original Shenron. Now, he can learn how to grow this magic to where the Dragon Balls can become even more powerful alongside of him, to where he can grant 2 to even 3 wishes if he wants to. Now, he can summon and make these wishes on his own. His eyes would just turn red. They'll just glow red, and then the wish is made. So the Dragon Balls will not just come out of his body, and then he's ready to go. So yeah, Goku is very powerful. As a kid, his power level is 350, which is already nearly 100 power level higher than Demon King Piccolo. Yeah, they got absurdly powerful, so Goku's ridiculous. Well, since that's the case, Goku wouldn't really realize it yet, but he would still continue doing his thing, as, of course, after the Pilaf gang was now defeated, this is when Goku would then become Master Roshi's students alongside Krillin after finding Launch. Goku here would still continue his training. Roshi would just increase the weights of other things for Goku to really push him and make him as powerful as possible. They would then spend the next 7 months of training. Now, Goku originally, when he trained, it was roughly around 120 to 150. So even if Goku got 1.2 times stronger, it'll just buff his power level up from about 350 to 450, which is already making him really powerful. He's already stronger than Goku and Piccolo was in the original. So yeah, Goku's very powerful. So when he does go into the 24-Soul Martial Arts tournament, he easily blitzes through everybody. No one has a chance of beating him. Goku's way too powerful. Even when Master Roshi, who's under the alias of Jackie Chun, this time around, Goku's gonna win. Even though Roshi does have more technique and skills than Goku, Goku's raw power alone is way too high. Now there's one difference here. When Goku actually looks at the moon, he doesn't turn into a great ape. But how's this possible? It's because Shenron is preventing it, because he knows that if Goku turns to a great ape, he's going to destroy everything. So yes, Goku would still keep his tail, that would all go the same, and Roshi would not have to destroy the moon. So Kami would never have the thought of removing Goku's tail. And even if Goku didn't have his tail, if you go Super Saiyan 4, you would still just unlock it and get the tail anyway. But Goku would have won, and he would have spent all the funds on food that night when he eats everything. This is also when the Red Ribbon Army would then begin their battle and search for the Dragon Balls. But since Goku is so much stronger than he originally is, he would be able to gather the Dragon Balls much faster. Oh, another thing as well, Goku does not need the Flying Nimbus anymore, because Goku can fly. So yeah, unfortunately, Goku would catch up to the Red Ribbon Army real quick when it comes to finding the Dragon Balls, and none of them could beat him. He would take down the Muscle Towers with ease, and with the help of the Dragon Radar, Goku would have easily defeated General Blue. Goku would have also sensed Korin's tower, and he would begin training under Korin. Originally trained to drink the sacred water, but Korin tricked him. He quote-unquote got the sacred water. It was actually just tap water. But I think since Goku's so strong, and I think Korin can sense just how powerful Goku is, I think he would actually give him the real sacred water. Goku originally went from 180 to about 260. So he got around 1.4 times stronger because of the Ultra Divine Water. So if that was the case, his power level would be 725 to roughly 750, which is ridiculous. Way more powerful than even Goku and Piccolo was. And now he's starting to get into the realms of reaching up towards Raditz soon. Well, since he's so much stronger, it doesn't really matter, he would have annihilated the Red Ribbon Army. But yes, Dr. Gero is still alive. Well, this is when Goku would then continue on his training, fly over to the 22nd World Martial Arts Tournament to then go fight Tien. As Goku here has had 3 years to train, and he's only kept on getting stronger. Well, during those 3 years, in my opinion, I think that Kami would then reach out to Goku, and Goku would then head back to Korin and meet Kami. And Goku would then meet Kami for the first time, and Kami would help Goku learn how to harness the power of the dragon, meaning that the Dragon Balls are now tied to Goku. So when Goku dies, while he's dead, the Dragon Balls are useless. So he can't just wish himself back to life. as he's already dead. Now, if that's the case, Goku's power level, in my opinion, would be well over 1,000. He'd probably like 1,000, at least 1,200, training with Kami for the past 3 years, getting stronger. Now, when he does show up to fight Tien, Goku's way too powerful. Tien would get blitzed easily in one shot out of the ring. Krillin would still be killed by Tambourine, and Demon King Piccolo would still appear. Now, Demon King Piccolo, originally he's looking for the Dragon Balls, and Demon King Piccolo would find out that the Dragon Balls have chosen Goku and now they're with him. Well, that's not going to work out very well. Goku would one-shot Demon King Piccolo right through the stomach, and Demon King Piccolo would still spit out an egg, thus having Piccolo Jr. Goku would then use the Dragon Balls for the first time, aka the magic. His eyes would then glow red, as he would then revive Krillin, bringing him back to life. And then his eyes would then return to normal, and Krillin was brought back, and everybody was happy. Goku would then go back up to Kami to continue his training. Well, Goku originally, when he trained for 3 more years with Kami, he had a power level of around 334 from a power level of 260. So he got around like 1.2 to 1.3 times stronger. And if that was the case, if you also throw in the fact that he stayed for a couple more months inside 10 times gravity, his power level without the 10 times gravity would be 1,500. Now, if you throw in the fact that he stayed in there for a couple more months, so he was only in there for 1 month originally. So imagine he stayed in there for 2 to 3 more months. That would mean, at minimum, his power level would be 1,800. So Goku already is stronger than Raditz at a power level of 1,800. Well, when he does show up for the 20th World Martial Arts Tournament, he easily blitzes everybody. He would still meet Chi-Chi just like before. Now, Goku does have more knowledge when it comes to, Shenron. Of course, we all know this, as he can just think about things. So when he can think about, oh, well, what about this guy in history? He can instantly see it. If someone asks him, well, what's a Super Saiyan God? Then he will see the images and stuff pop up. That's how in my opinion, how Shenron's intelligence works, is you have to ask him first. So Goku would probably ask about his tail and the Super Saiyan 4 state during that time, and probably in his own head, he would probably see visions of the Saiyans and what they are. So he does have knowledge of the Saiyans, if you will. So that's what Goku calls it. He knows that he's a Saiyan. He knows his heritage. He knows everything about it. So yeah, so Goku knows that the Saiyans were destroyed. Goku would have still met Chi-Chi, and he still would have married her, as it wouldn't make too much sense for him to get with Bulma. He still met Chi-Chi just like before, and they would have still, Goku's not the smartest guy ever, so he still would have probably been tricked into marriage. Goku would then also fight Tien, easily defeat him in their match. Even though Tien would then use more of his abilities, such as making clones of himself, Goku would have still defeated him. Now, what about Piccolo Jr.? Well, Piccolo has gotten much stronger since he's continuing his training, and Goku is so much more powerful, he has pushed himself. Piccolo's power is about 500, which shows you how strong he actually is. Way stronger, around 200 more than he originally was. Goku was impressed with how strong Piccolo was. He's almost double the strength of his father, but Goku would have easily defeated him. Even though Piccolo would have gone giant, it wouldn't have mattered. Goku would have easily defeated Piccolo, and the match would have been game over. Piccolo would have lost, and yeah, Goku's the winner. Well, since Goku won, he would still spare Piccolo, as Piccolo and Kami, while they are not connected to Dragon Balls anymore, they're still bound to one another. So if Piccolo dies, then Kami will die as well. And Goku doesn't want Kami to die, so Goku decides to just let Piccolo go. There would have been 5 years apiece. Goku didn't really do that much training, but I think he would get around 200 stronger, so his power level will be dead set at around 2,000. Now, Piccolo is training harder than ever to try and catch up to Goku, pushing himself beyond his limits. Now, when Raditz does appear, just like before, to go look for his brother, Goku was still with Gohan, and yes, Gohan will be the exact same as he originally is. No, he's not going to have like magical powers or anything like that. No, that's just ridiculous. Well, Gohan, you could say Gohan might be a little bit stronger because Goku's stronger, but that's not going to work. So Gohan's already busted as is. Well, Goku would have shown Gohan everybody else, as Gohan would say he's 4.5. Everything would have gone the same, as now Piccolo had secretly followed Raditz, as Raditz would then arrive. Goku immediately knew who Raditz was because he has asked Shenron, is there any other family other than me? Which he does state that there is a Saiyan named Raditz. Some people might ask, why didn't Goku just wish Raditz to him? Well, it's because Goku didn't want to, because that would be a useless wish. The wish that he needs to do is extremely, extremely big, like population, death, or something like that, is what Kami urged him to only use the Dragon Balls for, so he's going to use them responsibly. He's not just going to use them for a dumb reason. Well, Raditz was still arriving, Goku immediately knew who he was. Raditz wasn't as angry because he saw how Goku's tail wasn't there, but he was still mad at the fact that Goku has not done his mission. Well, Goku's not going to take that as respect, as Raditz would then threaten Goku, telling him that there needs to be 100 bodies on this island, or I'm going to take your son. Well, when Raditz tries to take Goku's son, Goku would instantly appear in front of Raditz and deliver a powerful elbow to him, knocking him back. Now, this would crack Raditz's armor, and Raditz would then stumble backwards, and Raditz would say, "So it's going to be like that, isn't it? Very well." So Raditz and Goku would then go have their match. Now, Raditz has a power level of roughly around 1,200. Some people said 1,500, but it's 1,200. Maybe you say that with like a rage boost, maybe 1,005, but 1,200. Well, Goku's at 2,000, so he's 800 power level stronger. And as you know, in terms of Dragon Ball scaling currently, if your power level is 1,000 higher, you can kind of just like toss them around a little bit, and they can't really do that much against you. Well, Raditz would start fighting Goku, and he would then scan his power level, and he would be shocked to see that Goku's power level is over 2,000, which that does get Vegeta and Nappa's attention that Goku's stronger than Raditz. That's a little interesting. And yeah, Goku would overpower Raditz and defeat him in their matchup. Well, Goku will kill him. Well, Goku gives him a chance. He tells Raditz to get out of here and don't come back. So Raditz would do just that, and once when he does it right back to Vegeta and Nappa are not impressed that he lost. They are intrigued though. His power level is stronger than Raditz for sure, and he was only raised on Earth. That's impressive. So they could maybe use him, as Raditz has been basically outclassed. Raditz would have been killed. It would have been Nappa or probably Vegeta would have shook Raditz's hand and then threw him in the air and killed him. They would have then gone to Earth to see what's going on. Now, the next day, Goku would then have visions of Vegeta and Nappa heading to Earth, as from what he can tell in the visions, he can just feel their power, and he knows that they are absurdly strong. Well, he would then go up to Kami and ask him for some advice of, who can I go to help train me? Kami would then state, well, there is a master I know of. Try to search through your thoughts of King Kai. Goku would do so, and the dragon would give knowledge of the Kais, which would surprise Goku, and who King Kai was, and it was down Snake Way. Well, Kami can teleport Goku to King Yama, who's not very happy to see that there's a mortal here. And Goku would then trick King Yama, explaining, well, if I don't, Vegeta and Nappa will arrive, and they're going to kill over 8 billion people. And King Yama does not want to do that paperwork, so he allows him to run down Snake Way. Also, since the fact that Goku was much faster, he would then fly down to King Kai's world at much faster speeds. And the fact that he's flying is the biggest thing, too. There's no twists and turns that he needs to run around to make it longer. He just flies straight towards the planet. Well, originally, it took Goku a long time to reach King Kai, as you guys remember. As, of course, Goku would have to run all the way there. And now, originally, what about Krillin, Chaozu, Yamcha, Tien, and Yajirobe? They would all still train at Kami's Lookout, as that would still pretty much go the exact same. So it took Goku a few months to actually arrive. It originally took Goku about 6 months to arrive to King Kai's world originally, but since he's a little bit faster and he also doesn't have to take all those twists and turns, it'll take him about 3 months to arrive. So it's about half the journey. So Goku has nearly a whole year to fully train under King Kai. Well, Goku would then begin his training, and when he does land on the gravity, it is a little bit tough for him, but he was used to it because he trained for it for a few months inside the Room of Spirit and Time, so he is used to the gravity a lot more. And he will be able to catch Bubbles, and he'll be able to catch Gregory very easily. Now, King Kai does notice that Goku does have some divine energy within him. Goku would explain about the Dragon Balls and this whole situation, and King Kai was surprised. He's like, wow, okay, I did not think that was possible, but alrighty. King Kai will still choose to train Goku, of course, teaching him the Spirit Bomb and Kaioken. Now, originally, Goku got around 18.8 times stronger in his original. Since he has around 3 more months, I would just say instead of 18.8, it's around 20 times. So Goku's power level originally was about 2,000. Well, if Goku gets a 20 times boost, that would mean that his power level would be 40,000. And he can use Kaioken times 3 and times 4, no issue. If he pushes it past like times 5 and stuff and times 6, then he'll start getting buffed and he'll have that body issue. At this point in time, he would then fly back, so Piccolo would have still died. Now, when Piccolo died, as well as Tien and Yamcha and Chaozu, this is where Goku would then be furious, but he remembers that the Dragon Balls are not destroyed, so he can wish everybody back. It's okay. Well, when Vegeta and Nappa are there, Goku would then fight Nappa first and easily outclass him. It's not even competition. Goku would then begin to power up as they all sense his power level, and Vegeta would be shocked to see his power level shoot well past 30,000, and his power scouter would then explode. Frieza heard of it on the other end. Now, Frieza's not gone to Namek yet, as they never heard about the Dragon Balls. Now, what you could say would happen is during their fight, the Z Fighters who have then lost, Piccolo would then state that, don't worry, we can just use the Dragon Balls to wish them back. I think that would still happen, so Frieza would still head his way towards Namek just like before, as that would make sense because they still talked about it. So Frieza's still making his way there to go search for the Dragon Balls, just like the original. So Vegeta would be shocked to see how strong Goku was. Nappa was still hot-headed, but I think Vegeta would calm him down and tell him to go after his friends while Vegeta fights him. Vegeta was easily outclassed, Nappa was slapped to the side. Vegeta and Nappa have no chance against Goku. There's not even competition. Well, Vegeta would then summon a fake moon. Now, Goku's tail is hidden behind his G, so they can't tell that he has it. So Vegeta would then throw it into the air, and him and Nappa would then turn into great apes. Vegeta's power level is roughly around 160,000 because he got a little bit weaker by using the fake moon. He stated so himself. Nappa is going to be around 50,000. He then realizes that he's in a little bit of trouble here because of how strong they are. What's Goku going to do? Well, Goku still has Kaioken, so Goku will first bump into Kaioken times 4, and with that times 4, he is strong enough to fight Vegeta. But with Nappa and Vegeta teaming up on him, he's having a problem. Well, during this time, he would then try to remove their tails. He knows that, again, because of his Shenron knowledge, that if you remove a Saiyan's tail, they would then turn back to normal. So he would try to do so. So he would then first go after Nappa first. He would then use the solar flare technique and then blind Nappa. With Nappa blinded, he would then go over and cut off his tail. Nappa would then revert back to normal, as then he would also remove Vegeta's tail as well because they're blinded. Well, they would then revert back to normal as Nappa was badly wounded. He was then laying on the floor. Vegeta was then back to normal and he could see again. Nappa would then reach up asking Vegeta for help. Vegeta would then grab his hand and he would still kill Nappa, throwing him into the air, telling him that he has no use for a crippled Saiyan. Well, Goku would then see that Vegeta just has no honor. Well, Goku would still battle Vegeta, but he knows Vegeta's history, so he would still fight Vegeta. Vegeta has no chance, as he's exhausted, he's tired, his power level is probably like 12,000 because he's already turned Great Ape and back. Even with 16k, doesn't matter. He would have been defeated. Vegeta would probably try shooting a Gallic gun, which would be around 20-some thousand, 30-some thousand. Doesn't matter. He would have been absolutely annihilated. So, yeah. Vegeta's still alive, though. When the smoke clears, Goku held back his Kamehameha. Vegeta would then land, and Goku would then give Vegeta one chance to get out of here and not to come back. Vegeta would then take the hint. He would then leave in a space pod, and he would still leave, heading to Planet Frieza 79, to where he would then look towards heading towards Namek, as he already healed himself up. Now, since Goku was not wounded that much, he would be able to recover really quickly. Goku would then have a vision, and he would see that Frieza is heading to Namek to look for the Dragon Balls, and that's personal because Shenron's there too. Well, Goku knows how powerful Frieza is, and he knows that Frieza's no joke. So he knows that he needs to become stronger, and he would then ask Bulma and her father to make a machine that has the gravity. Well, they can make one, but initially would be better if they get to Namek there first. So it would still be Krillin, Gohan, and Bulma. They would go to Namek first. As the events of the early Namek saga would still happen the same, when Goku does arrive, like the original, the Ginyu Force was already there. Now, Goku would have easily overpowered the Ginyu Force, as if you remember with Goku, Goku went from a power level of 8,000 to 90,000 with gravity training. So if Goku's power level was around 40,000, he would still get 11.25 times stronger, meaning that Goku's power level is 450,000, meaning that he's near the ballpark of Frieza's power. Well, Goku would have annihilated the Ginyu Force, and Captain Ginyu would actually try and steal Goku's body, but Goku's too fast. I think he would be able to dodge it in time. He would have then defeated Ginyu. Ginyu would have been killed and defeated, meaning that all of the Ginyu Force is dead, and he would then also help Gohan and Vegeta out. What about Frieza now? Well, since Goku's not badly wounded, they would then find the Dragon Balls all set down. Now, Goku, with his speed, he would, since he's really super fast, he would be able to find Elder Guru and bring the Dragon Balls to him. As what are they going to do now? Since Frieza, remember, originally Frieza would then head back towards his ship. Well, Goku knows that Frieza's heading towards there, so they would then go to Elder Guru's place, which they would then keep their power levels hidden so they can't sense it. So Frieza was heading back towards his ship. He doesn't realize that the Dragon Balls are not there. Elder Guru would then see Goku, and he would then put a hand on Goku's head. He would then see that Goku was actually fused with the Earth Dragon, since the original Dragon Balls. It's incredible. It means that it chose Goku for a reason, and that Goku was a perfect protector for the Dragon Balls. Well, Elder Guru was dying, and everyone knows this. He would still unlock Goku's potential, by the way, so this would in turn make Goku go from 450k, if you want to at least do a 2-times buff, that'd be around 900,000, but it's a slow release. He would then tell Goku that the dragon chose you for a reason, and also he's the strongest, so the Dragon Balls are protected. So that's the whole reason why. They're not going to fuse with Goku. He already has one set of Dragon Balls. He doesn't need 7 more. That would be way too ridiculous. Well, Frieza would then find out, as they would then sense his power. He would then arrive and see that the Dragon Balls are right there just for him, as he would then ask for the dragon to appear, but nothing happens. Goku would then explain, well, it's not going to work to your favor, isn't it? Because you have to be able to speak the Namekian language to unlock the Dragon Balls. Frieza was furious. As Frieza would then fly in to begin attacking Goku, Goku already was way too powerful for Frieza. And, Frieza was damaging Goku pretty well. Goku, again, is too powerful. Frieza would then go into his second form, and the fight would get very intense. And Frieza's already starting to pile on some damage on Goku. He does have Kaioken, though, and he would use that to overpower Frieza initially. Well, Frieza would then go into his final form, pushing past the third one, and he would easily overpower Goku, and he would then fire multiple death beams to his body and a massive beam through his stomach, launching Goku down on the ground. What about Vegeta? Well, Vegeta already got a buff from Dende, and you could even throw in a Senzu Bean if you wanted, so now they have one Senzu Bean left. As now Vegeta was back up to full strength, his power level was much higher, as now he's around 2 million, he would hold Frieza off for the time being. So Goku would then get the final Senzu Bean or healing from Dende, either or. He would then get a big Zenkai, as, in my opinion, let's just say that Goku's power level is around 4 to 5 million. As you know, with Kaioken, he could realistically go times 20 and kill Frieza if he really needed to. Goku's power level being 5 million, he would handle a little bit better against Frieza, but once Frieza uses 50%, Goku's on the down end. Goku would then remember the form that he had when he was younger, and in his mind, he was speaking to Shenron. He would ask Shenron that he needs to unlock that power again. He needs it. So Goku would then begin powering up. Frieza was shocked to see this, as Goku's golden aura would then surround him, as he would then transform into a Super Saiyan 4 state. Shenron has given him enough magic to where he can turn into it. Remember, that power-up is massive. Goku is really powerful, but he's not there yet to where he can just tap in and out of the form and be in full control, because that form is so ridiculously straining. But Goku's magic is strong enough to where he can tap into the form, and he's able to now use it for a period of time. Well, Goku's power level being about 5 million, if you're going to throw in the fact that the boost will be around 4,000, that's in the billions, meaning that his power level would be around 20 billion. So yeah, Goku would have one-shot Frieza. It would have not have been a competition. Frieza would have went 100% because Goku wants to see it, since of course Goku is Goku still. He wants to fight him at his best. He would have easily overpowered Frieza, but he would have still have given Frieza a chance to leave Earth. Frieza would not listen. He'd probably try blowing up Namek, but Goku's too fast. He would catch it. He knows that there's no other way for Frieza, and he would have then fired a massive blast at Frieza, completely incinerating the Emperor and defeating him. Well, now that the world was brought back to peace and the entire universe was back to normal, Goku would then revert out of the form, as Vegeta was shocked to see that Kakarot was a Super Saiyan. It was, incredible. And he realized how strong Goku was. People were flabbergasted with what his power level was. Well, Goku, alongside with the Namekian Dragon Balls and the Earth Dragon Balls, they would then wish everybody on Namek back to life, and everything was good to go. They wouldn't need to move people from Namek to Earth, because Namek's not being destroyed. This also means that Dende necessarily would not come back to Earth, because Goku's the guardian of the Dragon Ball, so he's good. So, long story short, everybody would then head back home. And before they do leave, Goku already used his one wish to bring back all the Namekians with his own Dragon Balls. They would then use Porunga to wish back everybody that was killed by the Saiyans. So the city was brought back, and Goku's friends were brought back, and Piccolo was brought back as well, same with everybody else. So they would then head back to Earth, and peace was finally restored. For now. And that is it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think down below about Goku having these magical powers with fusing with Shenron. also, let's get this video to 400 likes. If it reaches 400 likes, I shall continue on to the next one. And write down in the comments down below, do hashtag DragonForce if you guys have made it all the way through. You guys are the absolute best, and I do want to apologize that the video is a little bit short, as recently I've made my videos around 10 minutes longer than normal. The normal time was around 30 minutes, but now the new ones are 40 or 40 plus minutes. So I do apologize that this one is a little bit short, but I was having some audio issues and I had to cut some of the content that I've actually said in this What If, but it doesn't really impact the story much. It was more just me explaining some stuff and rambling a little bit on. So that's why it's a little bit shorter, but don't worry, the next one will be a lot longer and it'll be better. So thank you all so much for the support, and if you made it this far as well, look in the comment section down below for the pinned message to see a link to my official Discord channel. I've spoken about it before, but I didn't really bring it up that much, as I didn't really put that much effort into the channel and into the Discord channel mainly, but now I am. And it's grown massively over the past 4 or 5 days. Over the past 4 days, I've gained over 30 to 40 new members, and with a total member count of over 110 as of recording this, it's a very active and it's a very thriving community. So if you guys do have Discord and you want to join a child-safe, awesome community that talks about anime, and you get to interact with me and others as well and see content early, look on down the comment section down below and you guys will see it. But thank you all so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. Let's get to 50,000 subscribers, and I'll talk to you all in the next one. Peace.
Go,